Well, hey everybody, welcome back for another plan with me. We are memory keeping again for July 5th through 11th, and I'm using this ice cream kit from Cinderella paper. I used this because I was going home this week, or to visit my parents and the rest of my family, and I'm from Sacramento, and it was very hot this week in Sacramento, so ice cream seemed like a great way to counteract that. It's just kind of like a fun anytime summer kit. I didn't have like any specific kit that really fit this week, so I felt like this would be fun. But yeah, I got to visit my family for 5 days this week, and it was a really good time. I ended up spending a lot of time outside, even though it was super hot, like 100 plus temperatures, but we did stuff in the mornings outside, so that was nice. Also, my parents have a pool, so spent some time out in the pool to counteract the heat wave. That's a very normal thing for Sacramento if you've never been there or you don't know anything about it. It is a very hot climate, especially in the summer, so 100 degrees is not unheard of. It's actually quite common. But yeah, that's what I knew going to visit there in July. That's fine. It was fine. I made the most of it anyway. But yeah, I haven't seen most of my family since Christmas 2019, so this was very long overdue. We all got our vaccinations and everything earlier this year, so I finally felt comfortable doing this. I do come from a pretty big family. I have 8 brothers and sisters, and then my parents are there too. Not everybody lives in the same house anymore because like half of us are graduated from college at this point, but yeah, it's a lot of people, so I wanted to wait until I felt comfortable seeing everybody all at once. I also thought this kit was kind of fitting because it had a little brown and white dog, and we had little brown, not little, like these little type of spaniels, but we did have 2 brown and white dogs, so I thought it was fun art to use for seeing my family. Also in Sacramento, I feel like there's like multiple diners that look like this in the art that serve ice cream. One that I can think of is Vic's. I remember going to Vic's a lot as a kid because my ballet studio was right around the corner. So yeah, ice cream is the way to survive Sacramento, in my opinion. So then I think I'm going to get into the weekly plans pretty soon. Obviously put in all the full boxes. Didn't put a full box on Tuesday because there was just a lot that happened. But then of course I'm going to go in with glitter headers and we will be on our merry way. I don't have a whole lot to say right now, so we're gonna wait until I get to the weekly plans. This is another reason why I don't normally film the whole base, because I don't have enough to say. Because now I'm just like putting in dinner labels, and I will say we ate a lot of good food this week. I spent a lot of money on food though, because we did go out like multiple times. So if you watched my budget video, you saw that I budgeted extra for restaurants, and it's a good thing I did that because I spent all of that in the course of 5 days, especially because I had a flight delay on Saturday night, but we'll get into that later. I didn't do anything in the sidebar because I didn't track any habits or track really anything this week because it was technically a vacation week. So I just have my little Sunday full box over in the sidebar. I think it looks good. So Monday, Nathan and I had the day off, so I just put in a little thing from the kit for that, nothing fancy. Then I needed to check in for my flight, so I used a label and a airplane sticker from Oh Hello. And then I played with our cat, so I used a Molly from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. because, I play with the cat like most days, but I was going to leave the next day, so I wanted to mark it because I was going to miss her. I missed my cat a lot. This is the first time that I've been away from the cat for any amount of time since we adopted her almost 6 months ago, so I missed her a lot. I wish I could take my cat on vacation with me, but I don't think most cats like going on vacation. They don't like traveling, so I'll leave her at home, unfortunately. Then I did pack for my trip, so I have a Fox and Cactus packing girl. I tried to use these like square boxes whenever I could, so I felt like since I only had to write the word pack, which is 4 letters, it worked for packing. And then we were gonna go eat at a cafe in town, but they didn't have a lot of open tables or any open tables for like an hour. So we ended up just bringing the food home. And that cafe takeaway sticker, I forget what shop it's from. I got it as a freebie sampler during a sale. So I don't know. Look for shops that have like little white rabbits and maybe you'll find it. I don't know. Same thing with Tuesday. I used this coffee sticker to mark that I got a latte at the airport before my flight, but I don't know where that sticker is from because it was probably just from a random sampler. And then I used a Fox and Cactus airplane sticker, the girl like reading the book on the airplane, because that's what I did during my flight on Tuesday morning. And I started reading Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. So I used a book sticker from the kit. Really liking it so far. So I read it both times I was on an airplane this week. And then I put in a half box and this Wonton and a Million burger sticker because my sisters and I all went to lunch at a burger restaurant. And then I put in a square box and this iced coffee sticker because I got Pete's next door after lunch. So like you can see, there was no room for a full box because I had to mark buying coffee twice in one day. I bought a lot of coffee, or a lot of takeout this week. Then I was just chilling at home. I ended up talking with my brother for a really long time. I feel like I explain my family really complicatedly. Sometimes I call him my oldest brother, but he's not older than me. I'm the oldest, but he's the oldest of my brothers. Anyway, I used this Molly Loves to Gossip sticker for talking with him. We weren't gossiping necessarily. We were like talking about like important stuff to each of our lives, but I didn't have any other like sit and chat type of sticker. So Molly Loves to Gossip was it. And then I used the family meal sticker from that sampler that I was talking about. And my parents have a fire pit in the backyard. So my brother lit a fire and we made s'mores. And this was the night that like almost everyone was home. There was one sister and one brother that I didn't see because they weren't there or in the area. But for the most part, I saw everybody else. And that Tuesday was the night that like everybody was there. So we made s'mores and hung out and stuff. Then Wednesday, again, I hung out with my first brother. Because then if I say first brother, it sounds weird too. It sounds like I'm prioritizing. I'm not. It's just we're the closest in age. Like I'm the oldest, he's the second oldest. So Wednesday, we went hiking. So I used a Once More with Love hiking sticker. And we went to the El Dorado National Forest because that's close to where I'm from. And if you go up Highway 50, like going towards Tahoe, and you pass through like Strawberry and Kybers and all of these places that you probably have never heard of if you've never been in that area, there is Wrights Lake Road, and so we went up there in that area. And then after we were done hiking, we had bought Subway on the way up, so we just sat by the creek and ate our sandwiches. So I used this Molly Loves to Picnic sticker. It wasn't technically a picnic, but it was the closest thing I had. Then we went home. It was warm this day, not super hot, but warm enough. So my brother decided to go swimming. I didn't feel like swimming because like my legs were kind of aching from hiking. So I just dipped my feet in the pool and that was nice to cool off. So I used a Molly Goes to the Beach sticker for that. Then I called Nathan that night. So I used a phone call sticker from Cinderella paper, and then my brother and I decided to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He has the board game. So we were just like cracking into the cider that he had brought over and playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the board game. And the questions are kind of dated, so I thought it would be really hilarious if like my youngest sisters and my youngest brother had to answer them because they're Zoomers. And like the questions were like, I was born in 92. And so, like, I could barely answer some of the questions, but, like, there were definitely questions where they were like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So that was funny. Then Thursday, I put in a heart little thing because I was just having a long text conversation with Nathan. I had a lot to say on Thursday morning. I don't know why. I just didn't have anything else going on. Then I watched YouTube, which, super exciting. It's what I do when I'm home anyway, like in my apartment. So I used a phone sticker from Fox and Cactus because I didn't bring my laptop or anything on this trip. So anytime I wanted to watch something, I was just watching it on my phone. And then this day, most of us had a pool day together. So that pool sticker is from Simply a Mess. I gifted my sister, my youngest sister, I think, this swan pool float like a few years ago, and so we blew it up this day and we're like fooling around with it. It's very difficult to blow up though, because like it was cheap. So my poor sister, my middle sister, was like blowing it up with her mouth, and that was labor intensive. Took some cute Instagram photos, of course, once we actually got it blown up. So this was like the beginning of the 100 plus heat wave this day. So I wrote in that it was 102 this day. So I used a Molly in front of a fan. Then my first brother, my middle sister, and her friend, we went out to a bar this night. So I have Molly like holding up a beer. We went to Old Folsom, which is cute. A lot cuter in recent years. At one time I took Nathan down there and it wasn't, I felt like there was no place to go, but they've like, I feel like a lot of places have turned up there now. I don't know. And then I came home and I wanted to mark that I had like a long talk with my two youngest sisters, so I put in another Molly Loves to Gossip sticker in there. I feel like when you're in person with people, like you talk about things that you really can't talk about on Zoom. I don't know why. With Zoom, it's like really only one person can talk at one time, because like otherwise everyone just kind of jumbles over each other. So I don't know. Had a lot of good talks this week. Then Friday was a really kind of boring day. Not a lot went on. This was also a really hot day. I watched YouTube in the morning. I put in this Once More with Love sticker that says I have done nothing at all today, because I don't know, I just didn't feel like doing anything. And everyone was kind of busy anyway, so it's not like I could go do anything. It was 108 this day, so I put Molly sitting on an ice cube, which reminds me of like a thing that we did at our community pool growing up on the 4th of July. One of the contests was to see who could sit on an ice block for a minute, and if you could do it, you got a free popsicle. Did anybody else's pool do that? Because that's what I think of when I think of the 4th of July. Anyway, then I had to check in for my flight again, so another Oh Hello Plane sticker. And I ended up going to bed kind of early this day, so I used a Molly Loves to Nap sticker. It was just hot and I was tired, so. And I go to bed early compared to my siblings who stay up until like 3 a.m., so. Then on Saturday, my second brother, he got some paddle boards recently, so he wanted to invite me out to use them. So we went out with my two youngest sisters to Salmon Falls, which is on the American River. I did not have a paddleboard sticker, obviously, because I don't normally paddleboard. Stand-up paddleboard, I mean. So I just have this Wonton in a Million sticker, like wearing a hat under the sun. Saturday was actually the hottest day of the week. It was like a high of like 109, 110, but I didn't have room to mark it, so I didn't. It was the days that I didn't have anything interesting to do, or less interesting stuff to do, that I marked the temperature. Anyway, then in the afternoon, I went to the airport. My dad drove me over there. I ended up getting a Starbucks drink, like a non-coffee drink, and takeout because my flight kept getting delayed and then moved up and then delayed. There were like 3 different time changes, and at one point they were like, we're switching gates because Long Beach Airport has a curfew, so we need to leave by 8 or we're gonna have to cancel the flight. So luckily, at the end of all of it, I only was delayed by like an hour, so that's not so bad. People were like complaining, and I'm like, you need to calm down. They were like giving the flight attendants a hard time, and it really annoyed me. It's not the flight attendant's fault, guys. So anyway, I put in a grumpy Molly for that because I was mostly grumpy at the people complaining. And then I have another Fox and Cactus girl reading on her flight. I read more of Sharp Objects, so I used a little thing from the kit. I ended up getting a turkey avocado melt at the airport that probably cost me way too much, but I feel like the Sacramento airport has really good food options. Like, a lot of them are closed right now, I guess because of the pandemic, I'm not sure. But they have like Burgers and Brew there, which is a Sacramento chain of burger restaurants, and it's really good. And they have like Dos Coyotes, which is really good. Yeah, I feel like if you're stuck at Sacramento Airport, at least in Terminal B, you have some food options, so that's good. Sunday was a pretty chill day because I had been traveling the night before. I didn't get home until like 10, and then I just went straight to bed. So Sunday we went on a coffee date, Nathan and I. So that coffee sticker is from Oh Hello, from an old kit. I unpacked, so I just used this Molly Loves to Declutter because mostly I was unpacking clothes, so the closet made sense. I took a nap and marked that with the So Tired sticker from that sampler from earlier. I removed my nail polish, so I used a little nail sticker. And then I watched Tasting History because I wasn't home on Tuesday, so I just waited to watch it when I got home on Sunday. And I watched some other things too, but mostly Tasting History. So that was my week at home. Like I said, a lot of outdoor activities. I realized I really like being outside, which is complicated when it's really hot, but it just means I have to get up earlier in the day. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Very summery and fun and lots of family time. So I hope you enjoyed. I will talk to you in my next one.